The Palazzo Medici is a palace that was built from 1444 to 1460 for the Medici family. It is located in Florence and used to host the entirety of the Medici family. It is now a museum that serves as a witness of the beauty of the Renaissance era. It was designed and built by Michelozzo di Bartolomeo, an architect and sculptor from Florence. He is considered as one of the great pioneers of architecture during the Renaissance, and this simple fact justifies the choice of the art piece, as it was built by an artist famous for setting the foundations of Renaissance architecture. Michelozzo was mentored by two artists. First, Ghiberti. He was heavily influenced by his style, which consisted of mixing antique and Gothic elements to create an incredible piece of art. His second mentor was Brunelleschi. He taught him mostly technical stuff, so his style isn't represented in the building. Also, it is interesting to know that Michelozzo enjoyed a really close relationship to Cosimo dei Medici throughout his life, and according to Giorgio Vasari, in the lives of the most excellent painters, sculptors and architects from Cimabue to our times, was motivated by his great love and fidelity for Cosimo to accompany him into exile in Venice from 1433 to 1434. And historians have actually cited this as an unparalleled example of esteem between artist and patron, something we very rarely see today. Now, how does this building represent the Renaissance style? First of all, the outside layer. The building is divided into three distinct parts. This is called a partite elevation. It represents the idea of rationality, order, and classism. All these ideas are proper to the Renaissance. We can also see that the stones at the bottom are roughly cut, the mid part is cleaner, and the third part is completely smooth. This, combined with the fact that it gets smaller as you go up, makes up for an optical illusion where the building seems taller. This represents the Renaissance spirit of attention to detail and optimizing space and resources. You can also note the protruding roof with light detailing on the edges. This is called a cornice. It represents the attention to detail and beauty that is proper to the Renaissance era. The doors and windows have classic Renaissance shapes. Again, a need to have sculpted details instead of rough edges and shapes. Another characteristic part of the house is the presence of squares. Squares were a stamp of the Renaissance style, and these squares had really precise proportions they had to follow to be deemed as Renaissance style. As you can see here on the layout sketches, you have a few squares that complemented to the beauty of the place. This square really shows us that the building dates from the Renaissance, as it was made following the very strict rules I talked about previously. A mother could speak to her kid from a top window to the other end of the square. It had flat walls surrounding it, with arches to walk under if it rained, and with, obviously, decorations everywhere. The contents of the palazzo also contribute to the argumentation, but then I will be talking about other art pieces and the video would last 30 minutes. In conclusion, the background of the artist and the patron, the style of the building, and the ideas behind it all make it a great example of Renaissance architecture.